What is going on, guys? This is Zip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting another game between Liquid Zenio and Naniwa. Zenio spawning as the red Zerg in the 12 o'clock position. Of course, Naniwa spawning as the blue Protoss in the 6 o'clock position. This game was actually titled Game 1. The game before this was titled Game 2. But, I decided to cast Game 2 first for who knows what reason. And then was thinking, you know what? That was such a good game. I want to move into the other game. So I'm going to be calling this game Game 2, even though in the pack it was titled Game 1. Hopefully that doesn't confuse you all. It is a ZVP on Metalopolis, and Naniwa going to go for that forward fast expand or die trying. There goes the pylon. That is a little bit of an odd spot. Well, maybe not. He can build the forge right here, and then we'll see exactly how he walls that off. I'm sure he has some sick SimCity in store. And Zenio, what are you going to be doing? You showed us an intense macro game the last time. What will you do this time? The probe now going out to scout. Will scout the close air position first. And really, he doesn't have to do this if he took a probe and just walked it across this and checked for an overlord. But Naniwa, just going to be thorough anyways with that one scouting probe. Just walks up that ramp. It doesn't really slow him down too much. He doesn't go all the way in. Just looking for creep. Doesn't see it, so he's going to move on to the next base, which he will find Zenio at. Zenio gonna be not scouting like TLO does. He is gonna go for that pool at 14, and looks like he is scouting around his base, just looking for anything funky. Maybe Naniwa proxy gated him one of the times. This was a ladder game to my knowledge. Just goes, doesn't see anything, and he's like, okay, awesome, man. Doesn't have a gas just yet, so if Naniwa decides to go for a pylon block, it could hurt. Well, will it hurt Zenio that much? I don't think it will. The only way it really hurts is if they don't build that many lings and they start over-committing on drones and go above saturation, and then drones are like half as effective after this 16 mark. But it looks like Zenio has the pool timed out where that is not going to be the case. And oh my god, Zenio knows that probe was waiting down there, so he just takes this one base. Zenio should be known as the Hidden Expo King, as he's going to be going for a relatively quick hatch without Naniwa having any idea whatsoever. We do have Naniwa. Was this a full Nexus first? It looks like it was. 55, 39. So yeah, Nexus first out of Naniwa. You can see his SimCity right now, walling that off with a forge and gateway. The pylon's in back. Does have a pylon here, so units can't go down here around behind the middle line. Puts a pylon back over here, so he can wall this area off with just a zealot. And this is such a good SimCity from Naniwa. And looks like those lings took care of that one probe. Going to the vision, did not see that one hatch. But look at this. I mean, he kind of screws this one middle patch slightly, but I think it can easily still be mined from without messing anything up too much. But I mean, if you want to break this with lings, the only way you can run is here. And cannon going down right here. So this is going to be really safe against lings. This one patch doesn't look like it's screwed up at all really either. So Naniwa showing us how to go Nexus first on Metalopolis. The only thing that he'd be vulnerable against right now is any type of roach bust. That's the one thing I'm scared of him holding, as Leenock showed. He is very vulnerable to that. I forget what it was that Leenock just demolished him. I think maybe MLG. Leenock showed Naniwa how it was. Drone transfer is going to be going down. Naniwa did see a lot of drones moving, so he has to know that there is a base somewhere. Zenio's not like Nesty and going to be doing a drone rush, especially at this stage in the game. We do have that 7X core being built, but as I was saying, the roaches have so many sweet spots to hit this one gateway, hit this one forge, or even hit the Nexus without the cannons being in range. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about Naniwa holding, but that 7X core now just fishing. Will be getting stalkers out, going to be chrono boosting those probes, feeling really confident after seeing that drone transfer. This one ling is going to be chasing the one probe down, and the probe looks like he will get up in time to scout this one hatch. We'll see the creep, sees the queen, so Naniwa knows, yep, you pulled a fast one on me. You went for a very fast hatch anyways, and well, Zenio's going to be going on 3 hatch very quickly, as that natural is just about done. We do have +1 just started for Naniwa. Going in this, he has 2 gases, and that's about it. So I'm kind of curious what Naniwa is going to be transitioning into. He just has 1 gate, 2 gases, getting a sentry out. This one zealot moving out, just forcing some lings out. It will be retreating now, as he doesn't want to do too much. Just want to say, hey man, You can't build nothing but drones until the 12-minute mark. I'm going to be moving out. Build some lings. 2 more gates for the way Naniwa. Actually, 3 more gates, so he's going to be up to 4 gates, 5 gates. Really go up to 6 and 7 gates. We'll see. There goes a pylon. That was not a gate, unfortunately. And maybe that's fortunately, because 7-gate timing pushes are so overrated. We do have another pylon just going around his base, getting vision to ensure he does not get Nidus. Another pylon just back here, just ensuring things can't go behind his mineral lines. And a few lings can go on this one watchtower. 4 lings versus 1 zealot. The zealot trying to micro in a spot where the lings can't take it out, and it does find it. Zenio moving 1 ling that was not supposed to be moving up. Now just tormenting the zealot with some hit and run attacks. And there is no real good angle. There we go. Between the zealot and the ling. And now all the lings do come up. And that zealot will be falling for ire. And now the ling's going to easily hold that 1 watchtower. We do have 3 sentries now on the way. And those lings do not have speed. Speed now just starting for Zenio. That is a very late speed. 91 going to be moving out. How many gates does he have? I think it's just 5. Looks like it is just 5 indeed. But that is a lot of sentries. We do have roaches now on the way for Zenio, and roaches will do well against this sentry zealot composition. Pylon is going up there so he can morph in stalkers when it gets up close to the base. A few more lings without speed coming in, and Naniwa's got to be thinking, okay, speed not done yet. What is going on? Zenio is going to be getting a macro hatch. His lair has started again. This lair is before speed. Actually at the same time as speed. Zenio pulling back a lot of units, and Naniwa see nothing but lings, but again, he's got to be thinking, okay, that speed, it's late, and he will be whooping in stalkers because of that. Even though he's seen nothing but lings, knows he needs to whoop in stalkers. They'll go 5 already back here. This 1 pylon is going to be finishing, and he's going to be easily dealing with these roaches and lings with these sentries and zealots, I think. But Zenio is going to be able to hold on. Deal with means just not die to. Some great force fields take out those roaches. We do have Spore Calls up for Zenio just in case DTs did come, I guess. And now this lane's going to try to get us around. But again, all those sentries, so many force fields. Only 1 roach though does get trapped. The lings do run. Tries to take out the pylon, realizes he can't, so he's going to go for that next pylon. Utilizing the speed on these lings. Will he be able to take this out in time? It looks like, yes, he will take that 1 pylon out. Now this pylon is vulnerable. Those lings are going to be running back to it. Possibly, no. He's going to have another set of lings take that one out. So both those pylons have been dealt with. Naniwa is forced to pull back 119 supply to just 99 supply. And Zenio looking like he's going to be holding strong so far. Does have a Hydra Den. And Hydras are very good against gateway compositions. And Naniwa does have a Robo facility, but I don't see any Robo base, so Colossus is out of the question. Zenio does have an overlay here just watching this 3rd base. Going to try to do some type of timing attack, probably based upon that 3rd base with Hydras and Roaches. Will Zenio take a book page out of TLO's book and go for a Nidus Worm to make those Hydras very mobile? He doesn't have the overlords near Zenio's base, so I don't think so, because you need those overlords there to spread the creep, to give those Hydras movement speed in case a battle does come. It allows them to retreat back to the Nidus. A lot of lings for Zenio just sitting out right here, just keeping his map control. Wouldn't surprise me if he takes another base or 2 right now, just because he has such good map control and map vision. Looking at this, there's really nothing he can't see if 91 wants to move it. I guess 91 could take a base without him knowing. But he's got vision of the gold, has vision over here, has vision way over here. I mean, not too much would be sneaking by Zenio. He is getting some Hydras, getting more lings, and if he wants to go for this Hydras, he has to move out, which he is doing. No Nidus Worm, unfortunately. Zenio, not a Nidus-y player. But Hydras aren't as slow as I make them out to be off creep. I think they're the same exact movement speed as a Marine without stim. But they're just expensive units and not expendable like Marines are, so that's why people gripe, because, well, if they get caught out of position, they are dead. There is no means of retreat. There is no exit strategy. We do have a lot of lings coming in, and Zenio has a huge attack against Naniwa. Going in the army supply, you can see 129 versus 83. Naniwa is up against the wire to defend this. Some great force fields do go down. That army is going down for Nest-T. I'm not Nest-T, for Zenio, while Naniwa is staying well Those Roaches do get picked off thanks to this one Immortal doing so much damage. Now it's just mainly Stalkers versus the Hydras and Lings. Zenio going to try to do what damage he can, but I think Naniwa has defended this. Zenio, though, taking a base behind this over at the gold. Those Hydras want to retreat, but again, they can't retreat. They are so slow. 2 Overseers with this army just in case there are any DTs or whatnot. Force Fields going off behind those Hydras. The Hydras trying to do what they can behind the Force Fields. Decide they should attack a forge. And now a lot of Lings are running in. There's no Zealots. Those Lings are going to be very effective against these Stalkers. Naniwa has to move back. Going into this, he is getting shield upgrades, oddly enough. 4 Zealots morphing in, and looks like Naniwa may have just enough to hold this off as more Lings are streamlining in. But just Lings aren't going to be enough. And Zenio is going to have to be pulling back. But he does secure his gold base during that attack. Going to this worker count, it is 54 to 61. Zenio just slightly behind in the workers. But also another key thing is he took out so many Stalkers in that fight. And Naniwa's going to have to replenish that as his fire is just finishing. Zenio has the K-gas banked up. He's going to be building a lot of mutas, but Naniwa is getting that blink. So it'll be okay against mutas, but it's definitely going to be a struggle for him to hold as mutas are going to be produced instead of these Lings. Lings just going to be probably used for counterattacking or pressuring, actually. I think just use them in case Naniwa tries to move out while he's building up that muta ball. But it looks like he is going to be doing pokes and prods. And while the Lings are here, Naniwa cannot move out, so Zenio is free to build as many mutas as he wants. He is kind of vulnerable right now. Why do I keep doing that? Naniwa could move out and kill Zenio. Easy as that. But if he wants to do that, he is taking a risk of these Lings running in and doing a lot of damage. It means he's all in at that point. And, well, the muta's now getting up to that critical mass number. And, Naniwa no longer can move out because the mutas with the Lings are just too much. They may even be able to take out the Stalker force of Naniwa. No upgrades on the mutas 1-1 for these Stalkers. The Lings I'll get to in just a minute as more probes do go down. 12 workers killed so far. These Lings are at 1-1. And Naniwa does keep a few units here just to defend against those Lings. This one pylon almost goes down, but Naniwa with a blink to save it, moving in more Stalkers. He's going to be getting more Stalkers than you can ever imagine right now to deal with these mutas. Naniwa's reached that one point where he's like, oh crap. And I think I overheard him talking to Destiny one time on stream, saying, well, not on stream, he was actually in person because both of them were living in the Startail house, I believe. But he was just saying, just build mass muta. Protoss lose to muta all time. And I know Naniwa may be frustrated against this muta play, but he has such good mechanics. There was a game earlier today where Naniwa did outplay for GG. And look, these mutas are going to be coming in. The Stalkers do get gutty and shielded, but with these Lings and mutas, it looks like it may just be a little too much. But Zenio pulling back, so maybe these upgrades on the Stalkers is helping greatly, even that shield upgrade. So maybe that shield may be strong against muta play because, well, if the mutas cannot damage the health and only the shields will recharge, and that is very good for those Stalkers. Of course, each armor upgrade lowers the damage by 1. And the armor does it when the shields are gone. The shields do it when the shields are up. They don't really work together unless you have an attack that takes both armor and shield away. Those Stalkers will be falling after the sentries. You can see Zenio cutting those sentries down, so when he has Lings, they will be more than effective. Lings do very good against Stalkers, but in this number of Stalkers, the Lings may not do so hot. Lings are going to be running in, forcing a few Zealots to be made, while Lings and mutas now go into this third base. A big blink. So many Stalkers. These mutas will have to retreat. Naniwa is showing us how you defend against muta play. But behind all this, what is Zenio doing? I will check after this battle, as it looks like it is almost done, but maybe he may just have... No, he does not have enough. Does have 10 more mutas on the way. It looks like he may still be taking care of the mutas. Doesn't have any upgrades on that infestation pit. Yeah, he's just building mutas, macroing up, taking another base. So he's going to be 5 base to 3 base with a 22 worker lead. One Ling sees all this army here. He can check the upgrades out. 2-1-1. Zenio right now is soon to be 2-2 on his oh no, just 2-1 on his Lings and 2-0 on his Mutalisks. And we have a lot of cannons morphing in for Zenio as he wants to use that gas now for High Templars as he needs Storm. And the cannons are good against Lings, Mutas, and everything, so might as well build those cannons while getting that High Templar count up. Naniwa knows that he has no plans of moving out. Those Lings are doing a lot of damage, not blinking these Stalkers back. Naniwa with some miss micro needed to blink these Stalkers back in this engagement and lose less of them. And he could have saved a lot of Stalkers' lives there if he just started blinking them back in waves and stopped those Lings from just killing them. Losing that many Stalkers was definitely unneeded. He probably could have lost about 25% less, maybe even a half less. And now the Stalkers are going to have to retreat. These Immortals, though, good as dead unless those Storms do take hit on everything. These more Storms is getting them off. There's Muta sitting in the Storms, and looks like he will be able to take out these Lings thanks to those Storms. But the Mutas are going to have to retreat. Those Immortals do stay alive. Roach one is being built for Zenio as he doesn't have one just yet, realizing, oh my god, Storm, the bane of my Muta Ling existence. Naniwa hitting Zenio with some great Storms, but he's about half the supply. Going this loss up, Zenio has lost more, but you can just look at his spending. He spent more on Econ, his army. Look how much more Zenio spent on his Econ. A whole 4,500. Not to mention the 6k more that he spent on army. So he has more than enough econ to support the 6k more that he's lost. And now these Lings are going to be running in. They will be very effective against this force. I don't think Naniwa can hold this, actually. 98 supply, 263. But that is a lot of Urkons. Never underestimate the power of Urkons, as they can just demolish these Lings, as you do see. But a lot of Roaches coming in from behind. And now they will be forced to pull back. So again, I shouldn't have underestimated the power of these Urkons. One Urkon, though, almost down, does get tugged down very quickly. Another one is going to be falling. This Urkon definitely in trouble. Out of shield, but he is going to be retreating. Their Stalkers are more than enough to deal with those Roaches. But we have a lot of Roaches going into the natural of Zenio. Natural of Naniwa. Wow, I got to really work on my player names. We do have the Gateway now going to be taken out. And they're going to be coming in, take out this one forge, easy peasy lemon squeezy, as more units are going to be running in to Naniwa's fourth base. He is being overrun by Zenio right now, and their Stalker's going to be taken out. The Roaches going to be taking care of these forge cannons. Stalkers do pull back with the help of the Urkon, but what is going to be helping him from the Roaches in his natural? More things just streamlining in. Zenio saying, build all the units, kill all the things. As well, everything is falling down. All the Roaches and Lings going to be coming. These Stalkers don't really have much of a chance, as again, these Roaches just ravaging the base of Naniwa. The Sudden Escort could go down. That will be the end of the Stalkers, and there goes the GG by Naniwa. Zenio taking that game as well. Keep in mind, though, Team Liquid did upload these replays, so they could be a bit biased against Naniwa, but I know Zenio, well, I don't know him personally. I know he has some sick win streak going on the ladder, and he is now streaming. So is Naniwa. Check them both out. Take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed the cast, and definitely subscribe to me if you enjoy my casting. The more subscribers I get, well, the more motivated I am to do more casting. The more casting I do, the better I am. And, well, the better I am, the more cast you see. It just works like that. It just helps me so much, helps you guys, and I can entertain you for hours. And also, check out my playlist between Whiterun and TLO. Currently, there's 4 hours and 10 minutes, soon to be like 4 hours and 25 minutes as I upload a game of just Whiterun vs. TLO. All great games. I'd recommend watching any of them. There's no, like, quick build order wins in that entire 4 hours, so you can be entertained for hours on. Just subscribe, watch, and I hope you enjoy. Peace out.